the fantastic 6-tier format league. And we did pretty good in our first match. And this week we're up against the New Zealand Zoroarks, coached by Leo. And as always, I share my team prep with you. We start with our Mega Sharknado 4, the Mega Guard Jump. With Rough Skin before Mega Evolving, we have Ährwin Head, Earthquake, Substitute, and Dragon Claw. And this time, no, let's wait. So we have full investment in attack, full investment in speed, and 4 in special defense. So this time we are basically much more offensive than last week. Then we have the MVP of our last match here. We have Ipkiss the Masquerade. Like last week with Focus Sash and Intimidate. Like last week we also have Sticky Web, but this time we do not play the Setup a Tom Pass game, since I expect our opponent to predict that and now do something completely different. We have a more physical Masquerade, if even this week. So Sticky Web, then we have U-Turn, we have Tailwind, and Quick Attack. For some kind of priority, we have full investment in, or almost full investment in HP, we have 4 in attack, 4 in defense, and full investment in speed with a Jolly Nature. And these two are the only ones that are the only ones of our week 1 team. This time we have a lot of premier mons. So first up we have from our PFL team, we have Hyperion the Hippowdon holding the Rocky helmet. I might change that to the Smooth Rock before the match, which will be in a couple hours. But I think with a Mega Lopunny on the other side, the Rocky helmet can do some good chip damage. We have Stealth Rocks, we have Rock Slide, we have Earthquake, and since we don't have leftovers, we have Slack Off. Full investment in HP, we have also full investment in attack, and 8 investment in defense. Then we have Sir Chicken, our Tornado's team, holding the Expert World with Regenerator. We have Knock Off, Heat Wave, we also have Agility and Air Slash. We have 4 investment in attack for the Knock Off, we have full investment in special attack and full investment in speed. And we have Mild Nature. Then up next we have Hollywood, our Ditto, holding the Choice Scarf with Imposter like most Dittos. We have 248 EVs in HP and nothing else because it's a Ditto. The only thing it takes into its next form is its HP stat. We pretty much steal all of our opponent's stats after the Imposter, so we don't need any more EVs. And last but not least, we have our second tier 6 Pokemon debuting, getting her first match this season. We have Prieta, the Blossom, holding the leftovers with Chlorofro. We have Moonblast, Leech Seed, Moonlight, so a lot of recovery, and Sludge Bomb. We have almost full investment in HP, we have 8 investment in special attack, and 252 in special defense. So this Blossom is basically here to take on like Florges with Sludge Bombs and take special hits all day. And this is our team. Let's jump right into the match. So here we are in the match, a little bit very delayed, like 1 week after the match actually took place. So I won't really remember every reason why I did stuff here, but I will, since the video has to go up, I will try to recreate as many of my steps as I can. And as you can see, our opponent has Donphan, Milotic, Jirachi, Jolteon, Trevenant and Megalopony, and I lead with Tornadus as he leads with JIRACHIS, and expecting like a Thunder Wave, which I really don't want to take for like the fastest Pokemon on my team. I switched into Hyperion, which could take the Thunder Wave pretty easy, but JIRACHIS just U-turns out, gets damaged by the Rocky Helmet. I also have my Sandstorm up now if I want to switch in Guard Jump, as Milotic comes in. And as you saw in the beginning, I have a huge ice weakness, which I honestly didn't really notice while building the team. So Milotic with Ice Beam can actually do a lot to my team, but here it just Dragon Tails me out. Basically perfectly for me into Ipkiss, because now I have the free opportunity to set up sticky webs, but also thanks to the sand, the stash is broken now. I really have to think about combining sand and focus stash Masquerade now. So the Milotic Dragon Tails me out again after I go for the sticky web. Back into Pueda, and unfortunately I don't have a grass move on it. That would have been amazing especially for Milotic. But as he goes into JIRACHIS, I just decide to set up some Leech Seeds to get back to full health with one of my main walls here. I switch out into Sharknado 4, taking another U-turn, a crit U-turn, doing some damage with the Rough Skin. I basically saw an opportunity here to get a free Mega Evolution off, but here comes the Dawnfin, and expecting or fearing the Ice Shard, I don't stay in. I just go back into Tornadus, which could kill the Dawnfin with Grass Knot as he goes for Rapid Spin. But of course, since with Grass Knot I have to break Sturdy first, and in comes Milotic. I went for Air Slash to break the Sturdy, but now it just hits the Milotic, which of course, especially bulky, the Air Slash doesn't do really much. I decide here to go for knock off its leftovers, hinder its recovery as he gets another crit with the Ice Beam. And I switch out to get the Regenerator and tank the next Ice Beam while taking his Milotic, as he predicted the switch and going for the recover. And of course Ditto as Milotic can't do much to the other Milotic, so I just Dragon Tail it out into the Dawnfin. But since we are Choice Scarfed, yeah, unfortunately the Milotic can't do much to this Dawnfin. So I go into Pueda, scaring him out because he has to think I have a grass move, which I don't have. Into the Trevenant, I go into Ipkiss here, cutting its attack with Intimidate. As we see, this Trevenant has Will-O-Wisp, which really annoys. Or it's really bad for my team since most of it are physical attackers, so I set up Sticky Web a second time. And since I don't have any Focus Sash, Masquerade, hero of the last match, goes down to the Rock Slide. And the fact that it has Rock Slide really screwed me over here, since it's 4 times effective against Masquerade. It does a lot of damage to Sir Chicken, and now I cannot really go free for Air Slashes. Or I pretty much have to go for Air Slashes here, because I can't risk predicting a switch into Dawnfin or more Milotic for the Air Slash and going for a Grass Knot, which would pretty much destroy these. I have to go for Air Slash here, because if the Trevenant gets a free Rock Slide on me, then the Tornadus is dead. It has to switch out, fearing the Air Slash into the Milotic, and instead of going for Grass Knot, I went for Air Slash. And now we have to fear the Ice Beam again, so I switch out, get some health back with the Regenerator. back into Predator, which could take the Ice Beam, but again the Melodic goes for Dragon Tail. Back into Hollywood, my Ditto, and at this point I pretty much saw that nothing on my team can really touch the Melodic, and this will be a problem for me. It also has Recover. I don't have a Grass move on Blossom, so as you see, the wheel of this match slowly turns against me, and here is the other problem of this wheel with the Trevenant. He predicts my Leech Seed, I miss, which is not really important since, you know, Grass types Leech Seed no effect at all. So I just go for Moonblast, looking how much damage I can do. Not really much, but I cut his special attack as he burns me in return, which is not that bad regarding our physical attacks, since Blossom doesn't have any physical attacks here. But of course it hinders my recovery. I go into switching into the Rock Slide, which really hurts. But also he has to fear the Air Slash here. This time he goes into JIRACHIS, into my Air Slash. It takes some damage of it, and here I decide, since I outspeed, just to go for knock off. Doesn't even let something Thunder Wave me. It is Choice Scarfed, as we see, and JIRACHIS goes down. And here's Lopunny again, and yeah, Air Slash could destroy this Mega Lopunny. So you see, this is another problem of the match. Tornadus is here pretty much to take on everything but the Jolteon, with Air Slash for Lopunny and Trevenant, Knock Off for JIRACHIS, and Grass Knot for Donphan and Melodic. So I have to keep it healthy, where the Regenerator pretty much help. But here I have the problem, I am really low health, and though an Air Slash would really hurt the Mega Lopunny, I can't go for Air Slash here, since I did the calcs. A Fake Out at this point would already be enough to destroy my Tornadus, and I can't risk this. So I have to switch out here, get health back with Regenerator, into Hyperion, which can take the physical hits pretty well. Also with Rocky Helmet we can deal some damage to our opponent. As expected, it goes for Fake Out, takes a good amount of damage thanks to the Rocky Helmet and the Sandstorm. Here he has to switch out back into Donphan in the Sticky Webs, and we can already say bye bye Sticky Webs. I go for Slack Off, but we know the Donphan will go for Rapid Spin here. I just go for Earthquake, trying to get some damage of it, and even with the Rapid Spin we get more health for him than he did to us. I go for another Earthquake, bringing the Donphan to a very low amount of health, so I can definitely kill with Grass Knot if I get the chance, as the Donphan sets up the Stealth Rocks. And we're back into the Trevenant, which of course tanks the Earthquake pretty much. And fearing the Horn Leech, I have to switch out here. And I go into Predator, which can take the Horn Leech. But we see this Trevenant is Resto Chesto with Harvest, so yeah, Trevenant and Melodic together really are bad for my team. And here comes the funny part of the match. So the Trevenant goes for Rock Slide, I go for Moonblast, I think, trying to get some damage, and I flinch for the first time. Next turn I thought, okay, I'm lower health, I go for Recovery here, I get Rock Slided again, and I flinch again. Now I really have to go for Recovery thanks to the burn, I know I can live one more rock slide. I do live one more rock slide, but I get flinched for the third time in a row. Yeah, even though the JIRACHIS is already dead, I got flinched 3 times in a row, so I guess that JIRACHI's ghost somehow switched into Trevenant, gave him serene grace, and let him flinch me to death. But it doesn't really matter. It just, as I said, the wheel is turning against me here with Trevenant and Melodic. I can do nothing to the score with my team, except for the Tornadoes, which just can handle. It's pretty much here to deal with everything, but it can't handle everything at once. So we see Hyperion gets Will-O-Wisp here, as I said, Stealth and the Trevenant has indeed Horn Leech, so all sorts of recovery, Resto Chesto, Harvest. Horn Leech, I go for Rock Slide, which does like nothing thanks to the burn, and I pretty much have to accept defeat here. But we have still some minutes to go. So I bring in Sharknado, expecting like a Horn Leech doing some damage with Rough Skin, and again we have Resto Chesto with Harvest. This will go on forever like this, so I Mega Evolve. I know it has Will-O-Wisp, but I think I have to break out here. I'm thinking, yeah, it has Will-O-Wisp, so I just go for Substitute, dodging the Will-O-Wisp. At least one good play from me here. So I bring the Trevenant down with the Dragon Claw, as he has to break the Substitute, but even a Horn Leech doesn't break it. And knowing that, he switches out here into the Dawn Fan, which he can pretty much sack off because I can't set up any more sticky webs, and the Dawn Fan is just here to break my sub with the Ice Shard as it goes down to Sharknado. Yeah, it doesn't have to rapid swim my webs away anymore, so it served its purpose. And here we have Jolteon, and of course, like every Jolteon, I fear the Hidden Power Ice here, but I thought there's no point of switching anymore, just accepting my defeat and let Garchomp go down to the Hidden Power Ice. At least I thought it was Hidden Power Ice, because yeah, it was Hidden Power Ice. Because here with Imposter I thought it had Hidden Power Dragon, but that was just thanks to the IVs on Ditto. I didn't really think of taking a special Hidden Power when I built this Ditto. So yeah, one turn before I forgot to stop here, I used at least Heal Bell to get rid of the burn on Hyperion, and then switch it in, but unfortunately it also goes down to the Hidden Power. Yeah, Ice just wrecks my team here. And we are nearly at the end. The Tornadoes comes in, of course it goes down to Hidden Power Ice. It would have gone down to an Electric Attack too, but I guess this Jolteon is somehow choiced into whatever, or with whatever, either with Specs or Scarfed. So Ditto comes in, I go for Hidden Power one more time. Hidden Power Ground would be amazing at this point to have. I have to think about it for next. I live on 4, and this Sandstorm does take out both of the Jolteons on the field. And with this the match is over. I lose 3-0 here. Pretty much a deserved battle right from the start. A deserved defeat right from the start. Some mistakes with team building, with the huge ice weakness. And had I broken out with Grass Knot against the Trevenant on a Milotic or a Dawn Fan switch in, I might have turned it. I needed a really risky play here, but I decided better play it safe, going for air slash against Trevenant. Yeah, it didn't play off, so the wheel was just turning against me. The little portions of hex we had here, I think 2 crits, and the JIRACHIS Ghost Trevenant Flinch Fest. Yeah, it didn't really matter that much. I would have just recovered a little stall ball with Blossom at this point against Trevenant. And yeah, it was only the second match. We have 5 more in the JBA. We are doing pretty good in the PFL, so yeah. I hope we do go better next week, which is pretty much this week because I'm recording this very late. And so far this was way too long, presenting you the JBA match week 2, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.